I like this.
I know.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Season 2 of TATtalk. So today we're going to get right into it. We're going to have some current events, what's been going on, but also what's been going on with IslandTAT in this past month where we were on a break. It's been so busy, and we're going to talk about the museum that we've been building and creating, and we're going to end with the world-famous cultural food segment. So we'll see you guys in a bit. What's going on, guys? So let's watch a quick video of the IslandTAT session that we just got done with. So we're gonna start off with this video. I want you guys to see. So welcome back, Season 2 of TATtalk. It's good to be back. It's been a while. It's been about a good month, I'd say, and it feels like a year because so much has happened. You guys just saw that video. That was a 19-hour tattoo done in 2 days, back-to-back. Shout out to Lauhala Photography and Design, Amber Wiseman, the photographer. Former client, future client. She's going to come back and get some work done. But also, she has a vision. She's an artist. She actually reached out and wanted to come out to document one of the sessions because we do things a little different. And I can't wait to see the portfolio that she comes up with, that she wants to reach out to different galleries. I think some galleries actually she contacted already, but some galleries in Hawaii and Saipan and other things. But I really just want to see what she came up with because I think within the first hour she had like 300 photos already. It was between 2 days. Shout out to Christopher Robinson also. He's he is the client that sat through 19 hours. It's a unique name, and but he is a former client also, and He's awesome. I mean, he sat through 19 hours all the way through. The first day, I think it was 10 hours. Second day, 9 hours. Damn. And massive project, as you guys could see. So that is just one thing that happened here at IslandTAT. Let me introduce to you your co-host, James Sanabria.
What's up, everybody?
You guys remember James and Nicholas Suarez.
What up, what up?
He's the guest co-host. And then my name is Joshawa Elsas. I am the host, and we got a good show. We're doing some things a little different. We're gonna work on some our structure and everything. We're gonna try and shorten the show from. We started off with 90 minutes, then we did 60. Now we're gonna try 45. So we're gonna see how that works, because I know everyone's at home going, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go. Nah, but so let's start off with what's new here at IslandTAT. Like I said. We've been only on a break for a month, and so much has happened. Let's start off with those of you that know IslandTAT and IslandTAT gear from the festivals that we've been to in the past 15 years. We did it. We don't normally do that no more because of the fact that we're just swamped here tattooing, and we're building our museum and working on other projects. But we also have 2 companies out there that does the circuit that now carries IslandTAT, and they're going to be carrying some newer designs and some vintage designs. Vintage? Retro. They call it, you know. I mean, a lot of people have been wanting some older designs to come back, and I do have all the art, so we are going to release some older, like some of the new, I mean, the first, some of the first stuff that we came out with that we've never reprinted. So let me first mention Slade's Polynesian Crafts. You know, Auntie Tina, she's been doing the circuits forever, based in Vegas, but she does all the festivals, so check her out. She's going to be at the 8th annual Sac Aloha Festival in Sacramento. That's October 6th. You could check it out on the website. I tried to look at the location. I couldn't find it. I'm sure it's in Sacramento. Yeah. So if you're in the area, check that out. Also, she's going to be in Pleasanton at the 38th Annual Hula Festival at the Alameda County Fairgrounds. And that's Friday through Sunday. She's going to have some gear there. We also have the company Mango Fix, Ken and Jen. These names. Yeah. It's good. It makes you remember.
They flow.
Ken and Jen, good people. They're gonna be carrying IslandTAT. They're gonna be carrying the newer stuff. But both those companies have a bunch of gear. So go check them out. They have different things. So if you see one of them, go see the other one. They have different gear. I'm never gonna give this 2 different companies the same thing. I don't want competition. It's about spreading the law and everything. So check them out. So that's one thing. The second thing is going to be about the tattoos. We are getting swamped here, but we have John Sombrio, who's actually tattooing here. You guys know that from last season, but those of you that are watching that haven't seen the show
or listening,
IslandTAT Evolve Tattoo Studio. We're a private studio here. We accept walk-ins if we're not busy. Sometimes we're not, but most of the time we are. So go ahead and email islandtat@gmail.com. Robert Suarez is the shop manager here. He's going to take care of you, find out information. We have 3 artists here: John Sombrio, Suni Lasu, and myself. And we have 3 different rates, and we do our own scheduling. John and Suni both work with Robert, the shop manager, for scheduling. So go ahead and just email the shop at islandtat@gmail.com. We do things a little different. You can check out that video that we played first, and we are going to upload it on the page. And as you can see, we do a consult first, then we freehand, we talk story, and then we tattoo you. That's how it works.
The fun stuff.
The difference is in the details. The shop itself is different. You're going to have to come and check it out. Okay, so also Kingdom of Atui, Ali'i Nui, is doing a lot of projects. On November 18th, he has at the Honolulu Convention Center United Nations of Atui Forum, a big forum or seminar. I mean, he has over 20 tribes coming from North America, South America, and they're doing treaties and I think cultural exchange. I'm going to get more information on that and keep you guys updated on that, because I know a lot of you check out to TATtalk to find out information about Kingdom of Atui and what's going on throughout Polynesia. So we're going to keep you guys updated on that. And lastly, Ray Lewis, he flew me out to Miami. I just got back from Miami about, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a long weekend again. He wanted some work. And I actually didn't tell him I was going to tell everyone, so I can't really show any work. But he did get more work. And more importantly, you know, it's always awesome meeting him and talking to him, because he's very inspirational, motivational, always learn something from him. He's always watching football, and he's always got, like, lessons and things to say. I mean, you see him on YouTube and everywhere else, you know, and he is that guy, you know, that's just, like, super deep, passionate. But we're hopefully working on some projects. We're working on a big project with Ray, and hopefully it comes through, and it's awesome. And you guys will be the first to know. Once again, this is a live show. Please engage with us, comment, ask questions. Hope to see the consistent viewers back on.
The fans.
TATtalk fans, we have millions of them, so, you know, just say what's up. So we're going to start off with some current events, and speaking of football, Ray Lewis, legends.
Yes.
James, you have some, you know, you found out some
I'm
information,
not the legend,
right?
but yeah.
James is the legend of San Diego.
Yeah.
Welcome, James.
Yeah, thanks, man. No, I don't know if I somewhat follow football, but I really follow just local, I guess, heroes. And there was ESPN did a 30 for 30 on Junior Seau this last, I think, the 2027.
A national story or just San Diego?
Well, it's a national story, but I mean, it's
Okay.
on ESPN.
Nice.
30 for 30, and they just did essentially like his whole life and kind of how he was, how he grew up in Oceanside and how he always wanted to come back. And it was like a very touching story. Like, for whoever follows me on Instagram, I wrote that I like shed a tear, because it's like very touching. Like,
You cried?
Huh?
You cried?
Well, I mean, I didn't cry, but like maybe a bug flew in my eye or something. But it was a couple tears came. It was and us playing football with like his son, flag football. It kind of they show Tyler on there. And then they talk about his daughter and, you know, the kids and the wife. There's this whole situation, like just everything leading up to his passing. But it's very touching, man. And like just to see the kind of person that he was, it just reminded me about just the Polynesian culture, how how much he just loved everybody. You know, he always accepted them. One of the things that really reminded me of just like the cultures that he would just call everybody just buddy. I thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, that's true. Buddy.
Like, yeah.
Even on stage when he's talking in a concert.
Yeah. And
right,
his daughter said, like, once he calls you buddy, like, you're in the family. That's it. Like, you're just accepted. And I was like, oh,
nice.
That's
Did he ever
nice.
call you buddy?
No. He kicked me one time, but that was it. No, I'm just kidding. No, never buddy. Never had a
Did
chance
you meet him?
No, never had a chance
No?
to conversate with him. No. But yeah.
Wow.
I just thought it was a great thing, and
Sad.
if you guys haven't seen it, you guys should watch it. It'll just give you an inside look on who he really was and how CTE affects football players.
Yeah. Well, super nice guy. You know, I never knew him. I met him a couple times, but doing IslandTAT, something very touching, and you guys could see this on YouTube, where he quiets a whole concert to give, not really to give IslandTAT a shout out, because he was giving everyone a shout out, but more importantly, to say, look at the tag in all those IslandTAT shirts. It has a verse, and IslandTAT's bringing culture back. And you know, when I created that artwork for him, with the meanings and everything, he signed it for me. He put culture always. That was kind of his thing, and I think we were meant to kind of connect, because he had the same values and everything as we saw at Island Nights, because he had his restaurant. He'd always do Island Nights. What I saw from him, he always gave back to the community, and that was cool. And everyone that knew him knew the same. So
yeah,
sad that he passed, but he touched many lives, and he's a legend. He's a legend for sure.
Definitely. Yep.
So What's new? You also got something.
Yeah, I have a couple other stories that I kind of want to touch base on. There was
I think we have a video, right?
Yeah, we have a video. Do you want to play the video?
Okay,
for me?
You guys check this out. Pay attention. Watch this video. This is crazy.
You're good, though.
I'm done? Almost. Look at me. Okay, so when I play Cactus 5, me and my friends, we normally always win. Because we play good together and we're really, really nice to each other. Really? And, yeah, and we always win a lot. Because we love winning. And we love playing soccer all the time. Like today when I was playing soccer, when we were racing, I was playing soccer, and when I ran, this kid, I ran, he grabbed my shoe, he pulled it a little bit, and then I ran and I hit the fence, and then it ripped me a bit more.
It's good?
Yeah.
The only thing he'll know is I'm redlining.
Wait, what?
You don't even know what that is, bro.
Look at me, you're fine.
That means you're almost done, buddy.
You're almost done.
No.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it is. No, you're not. Oh, God. I ain't gonna lie to him,
I
bro.
don't get to now.
I ain't gonna lie to him.
And I'm signing up for CUG. What's that?
I need a rap.
Tyler God. Get the wet wipe pad back there. What? You're not done.
He got to wipe it up.
No.
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 I said
Yeah,
no.
not done.
Hold on.
Hey, look at me.
Stop,
He's
buddy.
not done. It's not done, Casper.
Hold on.
Hold on. You have to wipe the whole thing off? The extra ink, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought he meant wipe the whole extra. Have you ever seen anybody get that? No, I haven't.
Wow.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. That's
So, it looked like he wasn't even feeling it.
I know.
He's like, yeah. So,
he's
so
chatting.
tomorrow,
And it's weird because the whole time he's looking up, and then the mom's like holding him, like making sure like he.
So he was
move.
10.
Yeah, for those of you
for
those of you that didn't see the video, his 10-year-old boy he was tattooed by a 16-year-old.
10-year-old boy. That guy didn't have gloves on.
Yeah.
Let me just say that.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. But that's crazy. That's crazy that his mom just allowed it, and at 10 years old,
Yeah.
The first thing I think about is all these guys coming in, getting tattoos, and saying, "Oh, when I was 18, I was drunk, or it was a stupid tattoo." I can only imagine. I was 10, I got a tattoo. But people, I guess I've done a lot of cover-ups on people that got tats when they were like 14 or 13.
Really?
Wow, I'm just thinking about that.
Yeah.
But majority is like hand poke, with the ink on the island. It just kind of.
I'm pretty sure like their mom, they weren't sitting on their mom's lap getting the tattoo.
Yeah.
Right?
They were
probably,
hiding. Yeah,
they're probably hiding in the
that's
corner
true.
somewhere, getting it done.
Right.
I mean, it's nuts.
That's crazy. So nothing happened. I guess the 16-year-old got some charges on him.
The mother, she was charged after they wrote allegedly getting the tattoo done. But she got charged for misdemeanor child endangering and contributing to delinquency of a minor. That's what she got charged with after the fact.
Yeah. And they only found out because of the live video?
Yeah. They said, I read somewhere that that video was shared over 14,000 times or something.
Oh.
So it's like
not views, shared.
Yeah. So it got out there. I just.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't do that, guys.
Yeah,
okay?
don't do
that.
Just wait.
10 years old.
Yep. And then the last story I wanted to see if anybody knew or kind of talk about was the emergency, I guess not even emergency crash landing in a Micronesian lagoon. It's called Archipelago Lagoon. I'm not 100% sure. That's what it's called. But it was an Air New Guinea flight that left. It left one of the islands in Pohnpei.
Okay.
Pohnpei.
Yeah.
It was heading to Chuuk. Yeah.
Good story, huh?
Yeah, it was leaving and going to Chuuk, and it said the pilot missed the actual runway.
What?
Wow.
And crashed into the water. It's crazy. But there was only 47 people on the flight, and they all managed to get out. At least that was the report on Friday, and the report today.
So the crash is basically landing and then going off the runway into the water.
Yeah.
miscalculated. But
Yeah,
are
yeah.
those things like autopilot though when you land, or
I have no clue.
Who knows? But I could imagine on an island, you only have so much runway.
Yeah.
You know, so you really got to be awake.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I mean, what I heard from different people, but I remember I was tattooing a manager for, like, the head manager for a hotel, right? And he's been doing it many years, and he was talking about flight attendants and pilots that always come in the morning. They have contracts, right? Mm-hmm. So he said never catch a flight first thing in the morning, because the pilots, a lot of them are just drunk and like hungover, you know, and like you really use that autopilot, you know.
That's nuts.
But that's just hearsay.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Who knows? We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah.
All right, so that's some news that I didn't even know that happened. So good find.
Yeah.
So let's what was that?
Can you talk about why tattoo the loss? The loss for the tattoo.
Oh, okay. So yeah, let's talk about the 10-year-old that got tattooed. Let's rewind a little bit real quick. A lot of people come in wanting tattoos and they're 17 here in California. And in some states, I think in Arizona and Vegas, I believe you could be 16 with parents' consent. Now, what happened, I'm just going to retell a story that I heard in the very first shop that I worked at. The very first shop I worked at, he was an old school tattoo guy, kind of known in the industry, and he was super strict on this law. Now, in California, the law is 18 and older. No exceptions. No parent consent. It doesn't matter, anything. Well, I always asked him why, and then finally he told me a story of someone, and I don't know how this is a story he told, and it kind of makes sense. He said someone came in that was like 16, got a parent's consent. There was two of his parents. They both, or her parents, I think. They both signed the paper, and they were basically, the mom was like a stepmom, but they were married. Both had the same last name. The shop would have never known, but it got back to the biological mother when she went back to the mom to stay with the mom. Oh, I got a tattoo. And that mother was like, what the heck? I would never approve of this. I never gave permission. I'm your mother. And there's a huge lawsuit because it was supposed to be the biological mother, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And ever since then, they shut it down, saying it don't matter. You got to be 18. And that kind of makes sense. You know, because so many people come in with 17-year-olds and they're like, oh, my daughter's going to be 18 next month. That's cool, you know, and I'm like, come back next month. but they really push it. They're like, look, I'm the dad. Here's the mom. You know, we'll sign whatever. Or the mom's at home and she's cool. Yeah, it's kind of touchy because you never know.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't know these clients. You don't know them from anything. And it's just kind of hearsay. And I don't want to get the shop shut down. And so that's the law, just to let you guys know. And that's a reason. I don't know if it's the reason, but kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a good reason, I guess.
Fun fact, if you're 14, you can get a tattoo in Idaho.
Is that the youngest?
Yeah. That's the youngest one in the state.
That's pretty
in
young.
the United States.
Start of
Maybe
high
that's
school.
14 years old. That's nuts.
Maybe that's where that kid was.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So.
Well, now we know. Now we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
At 14, what do you?
Yeah.
What do
Can
you
I get a Pokemon?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, like-
No, you don't want to do that.
Hey, I tattooed Gumby.
Really?
I tattooed Gumby, and the younger folk probably don't even know what that is. What's a Gumby? But I tattooed a Gumby like this big on his leg.
Oh.
And he wanted it green.
No.
You know, the whole thing green. And I'm sure there's a story out there somewhere
It probably looks
of
like
the cover up. You know,
Yeah,
he's probably
yeah,
coming-
right.
And he was in the Navy. That was in the barracks back in the day.
It's
Jeez.
all faded now. It looks like a cucumber.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, so it probably looks like a pickle or something.
Yeah.
All right, well, you know what? I want to talk. We're going to get into culture, guys. So we have started the museum. We talked about it last season, and shout out to Uncle Helamano, who motivated and inspired me to start the museum with artifacts and history and mixing the culture. And we have, in the past, month, we've gotten more artifacts. Shout out to Charles Modern. He is He's a client, but he has contributed a lot to the museum. I'm blown away. I mean, he attained a Bishop Museum 1906 catalog, and it's really old, and it's photos of carvings that were found in a cave. And he contributed other currency. He gave a 50-cent piece, which, I mean, this is valuable stuff. It was hard for me to find this stuff. Right. And he's just really, really in touch with it, which made me think about, this is our museum or your museum. You know, me and Robert were talking, the shop manager and a big part of the shop. And we're talking that this is your guys' museum. I mean, when you go to Bishop Museum or other museums, it's a big glass case and you don't feel any connection, or you're just in awe, but that's it, you weird, know? Yeah. And you pay a lot of money and all this stuff. But I want it different. The reason why I think it's important to have a museum is because not only do we do Polynesian tattoos, it gives the client a taste of history in front of them. You know, I mean, we're tattooing a story and symbols and motifs that go way back, but it's, even if we do it hand tap, and we don't, but even if you got it hand tap, you're getting a taste of it, but it's not something physical from the past. It's just an idea of carrying something forward. Now, when you hold a poi pounder that's, 180 years old in your hand with some remnants of poi on the bottom that our ancestors made and ate, the food, that's different. And there's mana in that. And I want to discuss some of that. I want to discuss that, but also I would want clients to hold and feel this and feel the mana, feel what it feels like to hold that. And obviously, we can't just like free reign, guys. There's protocol. Yeah. But we want to be different, and also we want you guys to be able to contribute. If you have anything in the attic,
the basement.
Oh, if you have anything in an attic, or basement, or garage, whatever, storage, we can dedicate it to you, put in your name as donated and show the world. We're planning to move and feature the museum a lot more. It looks really good. Actually, let's show a video, just a sneak peek of what our museum is looking like right now. Shout out to Robert Suarez. Good job on that video. Good job on that video. And, just to let you guys know, Robert's been doing a lot of work here. He's been, taking on the management, but also this show, and just doing a lot of back end stuff behind the scenes. And he didn't even like probably pick up a camera, a year ago. And he's so motivated and inspired with his passion for culture that he's just going. I'm watching it and I'm impressed. I saw that. I was like, damn. You did that? I mean, I'm not surprised because the potential's there, but I'm impressed. I am very impressed. So good job to Robert. And that's the museum, guys. We're growing. I have artifacts that I can't. It won't fit. it just won't fit in the lobby. So we are looking for locations, and this is awesome to be able to do. And what I'm gonna do is
where are you gonna put the canoe at?
I know it's large. It takes up 2
It's not gonna
rooms.
fit.
I don't know. The goal is to get one of those mummies with tattoos on it. You know, the ones they found like in the ice and stuff. I mean, we will attain that.
Yeah,
we will attain that.
I would like to say
history.
that
That's history.
I don't think I saw it in the video, but the 2 tikis you got in the front are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
They're so cool, man.
That worked out.
Oh, it was? Yeah. I didn't see it.
Shout out to Obi Tiki Man.
Yeah.
Tiki Man out here in San Diego. Those of you that collect tikis, I mean, he supplied that, and awesome. That they're protecting and guarding our tattoo shop.
Yeah, that's awesome,
That's
dude.
sick.
So all of this stuff, we're moving to a new shop. I'm excited. We really, really focus on our clients and culture and history, and we're a big family here. Hopefully you guys can come and take a look at the museum hands-on, take a look and feel it. We get a lot of comments. Our clients come in and they're impressed at the artifacts and being able to see something like that, because it's not souvenirs. These are 1800s, some are 1700s. I think I did find that book that's 1747 or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
brought the wrong one. That's why I went in.
Oh.
I went in my office and I said, "Oh, no wonder." I brought the wrong book. I'm just talking about last season. But anyway, yes, we have a lot of cool stuff. So, for example, one of the things that I learned by collecting these artifacts, because I want to learn, and this education helps me with the tattoos because of the meanings that we put in it. So these are fish hooks. So these are an example of some of the fish hooks that I was able to get from Mr. Alphabet. So a collector, his name's Joseph Alphabet, a world-renowned collector, one of the largest private collections of Hawaiian artifacts, and that's who I went and saw. And I'm trying to get as much artifacts as I can to protect it from dealers' hands, because he's going to be letting it go, and I'm trying to get it, and I talked about this last season. But these are some of the artifacts that I was able to get, and these are real fish hooks from 17 and 1800s. I wanted to get fish hooks because of the fact that we all wear pendants and we all tattoo fish hooks, but I want to know what it really looked like in real life back in the day. And while collecting these fish hooks, I was able to learn a lot about it. Now, these fish hooks were prized possessions, not only because almost every male fished for his own family back in the day in Hawaii, but I learned that majority of the old Hawaiian fish hooks were carved out of human bone. Human bone. So I question that. Like, why does it have to be human bone? Is it stronger? Is it the color? And I found out, which makes a lot of sense, that the bone holds the mana, the power. Oh. So if you're a chief or a king, you have a lot of mana in your bones. Now, those of you that know Captain Cook or know the story of Captain Cook, a lot of people think that Captain Cook was eaten by the Hawaiians. Now, why would they think? They weren't known as cannibals. New Zealand, were known as cannibals. Fiji, Papua New Guinea, there's stories, they were cannibals, and it's not because they were hungry. There's like rituals and stuff on that. But Hawaiians weren't cannibals. They weren't known to be maybe here and there, but they weren't known to be cannibals. So the reason why the story came out that they were cannibals is because when Captain Cook died, the Hawaiians gave them back like a hand and a foot. It was just like chopped up. It was just a hand and a foot. And obviously you're going to go, whoa, they ate him. Like, why? I mean, they just stabbed him. They didn't like chop him up. So the whole battle that happened between Captain Cook and everyone, it was a lot of hustle and bustle and craziness. And basically Captain Cook tried to kidnap one of the chiefs because it's a long story. It's a long story.
I'm all like, what?
But they attacked him, don't do that. I mean, and they could have attacked Captain Cook and took over the whole ship, but they thought he was a god because there was a prophecy that a god was coming. And during that time, all of a sudden, Captain Cook rolls in with this huge boat, it's like a god, right? So they automatically were giving him gifts and just were like treating him like a god. Well, when he went for the second time and he came back to repair his ship. He got caught in a storm. Well, gods don't have broken ships. They don't get caught in storms. So when he came back, they were like, "You're not a god," and they boarded his ship and like took stuff. And when they took something, I think one of the sailors like killed one of the warriors that took it, and then there was this battle. So they took some of their sailors, took them back to shore. So Captain Cook went on shore to go get those guys back, but he's up against all these warriors. He's got to take one of the chiefs. He knew that if you take a chief, then you have power. And then he'll take a chief and say, "Give me back my guys. We'll give you back the So I forgot the chief's name. Kalani'o Poo's coming, but maybe that's not it. So they go. Captain Cook comes on and he goes to get the chief. You don't even stand in the king's shadow or the chief. Like you don't touch a chief. So right when he went to do that, the chief's warriors and guards like killed him. They stabbed him. Right when they stabbed him, there was a gunfight. Captain Cook's soldiers were behind. Like there was a gunfight, but they just got overtaken to the point that Captain Cook was dead. I mean, they stabbed him, killed him quick. So they retreated without his body and just left, right? So what they did, the Hawaiians, since Captain Cook is a captain, he has a lot of mana in his bones. This is the story. They cooked him in an imu. That's an underground oven. They scraped all his flesh off the bones, and they kept his bones. So the bones hold the mana. So if you take the bone and you carve a fish hook out of it, then this has a lot of mana in it, and then you catch a lot of fish. Ooh. So Uncle Helamano told me about that. He said you can catch a lot of fish. They would catch a lot of fish, but it had to be human bone because it would attract the fish. Now this is spiritual, and you're talking about mana and energy. Most people won't believe it, but I believe it, and that's the kind of culture that we're speaking about. Now, are these human bones? I don't know, but I want to find out. I did hear when I went and got these, the reason why I got this one is because Mr. Alphabet said that it was the oldest one he had, and I would imagine that maybe it is human bone. I'm going to have to find out. Looks like it. But I am learning more and more. I'm learning more and more about different material, and different cultures would make fish hooks differently. In Tahiti, they had the abalone shell, and they used a lot of shell instead of bone. And they're all different. But, again, you guys get to see. And this bone is really different than this one. So I don't know. Like, you have this one, and the coloration, you could see it. And then you have this one, and this is more yellowish. And oh. See? Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking.
Up until a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, that they actually fish with those.
That's what you were saying. So that's another thing. We all wear pendants. Yeah. I actually have one right now. Like this is whalebone, like ancient. I think he said like over 300 years old or something. But this was actually given to me by a client, a chief from New Zealand, a Maori chief that his family actually was one of the 7 tribes that came from that landed in New Zealand, which was just mind blowing. I was sitting there listening to his stories because he has family heirlooms and artifacts that's in the museum in New Zealand. I mean, that's his lineage, is one of those chiefs back in the day. And here's a fun fact. So he said one of his stories was back in the day, the chiefs weren't necessarily chiefs in New Zealand, like the kings and the chiefs. They were, but basically they were the captains of the ship. So when a captain came with 200 on a canoe or something, he's the captain of the ship. He became the chief that settled on New Zealand. So that's an idea. So that's why there's a lot of fighting, because if you have 7 tribes and there's one king of New Zealand, who? Like, it goes way back. Anyways, what I learned is these pendants shouldn't be ever bought. Or they could be bought, but you should always be given as a gift. It should be given, and it should be very meaningful. It has more mana that way, and it's passed down. So what they would do, the fishermen would do back in the day in Hawaii, was the fishermen would carve their own fish hooks. So it was very delicate. It's very hard to carve something like this, right? Out of bone. Yeah, it's you have to have a lot of skill. And if you look at the point, it's pretty sharp. I mean, I don't even know. They don't have power tools. Probably rock, yeah, probably rocks. And, they were, like, skilled for sure. And different hooks would catch different fish. You could see the different shape of the hook. And why they would do this with the rope? They knew, like, physics, right? Where they knew that this can hold more weight without breaking. If you split the hook in half here and wrap it with a rope, I don't understand this, but they said that it would hold more weight and it wouldn't snap if you do that. Huh. Like, they knew a lot of things. Something like this wouldn't hold it; it would just break. It's crazy. Cool. So, even though they were ancients and indigenous people, they had their own technology. They had their own thoughts. But, anyways, if a fisherman carved a fish hook out of, let's say, human bone, first off, they would hide the bones in caves. You guys heard of this? They would hide the chief's bones in caves or bury it in sacred, secret places because the bones would be dug up for the mana. That's why it's secret. Don't touch it. Don't, and that's why I think there was controversy with Bishop Museum and other places where they would find bones and put it on display, and that's like a sacred thing. You leave it where it was put. You don't touch it, because of the mana and the people, and they would say that the mana would be buried in the ground to hold mana in the ground, in the nature, and planting and just giving it back to that. But also, if a fisherman would make a fish hook with human or bone, and would catch fish and everything, and then he passes away, it would be passed on to his family, his son or something, and then he could wear it. And let's say this fish hook was carved out of a human bone. When you wear it, you're kind of wearing the mana of that chief or that fisherman or whoever it was, and you have a piece of them with you. So they're really big on that. And if you just imagine that, we get tattoos of fish hooks, we get tattoos of fish and all kinds of different things. This is where it comes from, the artifacts. This is the history, the culture. So every week, I want to kind of give a little bit of what I learned in my journey through this. And if you guys have anything to share, I'm sorry, I haven't even been looking at comments, but glad to see Kurt, Cameron, Kalani, Ethel, everyone.
Yeah.
Jeffrey. Sorry, guys. Auntie Sherry. Good to see you guys on. We're starting the season up again, so get ready. As far as the show, we do want to kind of get it moving quick, but if it goes a little longer, like it looks like it is, sorry about that. We're still working on it. All right, so let's segue into cultural food, guys. This is the most exciting part. We are going to change it up. Last season, it got out of control. Those of you that don't know this show, we've had a live snake where they had to touch it blindfolded and guess what it was. We've had all kinds of testicles.
Many varieties.
That we had to eat.
Are you talking about touching snakes blindfolded?
Blindfolded, yeah. That wasn't a good order, but that's what happened. That's what happened. You guys can go back on the older show. It got out of hand, but it was fun. We like to have fun. It seems we all work hard here, so we like to have some fun. Yeah. So what we want to do a little different is we're gonna continue to have fun, but we're gonna try not to go so crazy, and we want to keep within the education of the foods, okay, and the culture. We want to keep within that. But today's the first day of the new season, so
everybody heard that, but I guarantee it's going to change 5 episodes in. Guaranteed. Yeah.
It wouldn't be IslandTAT if it didn't.
We're bringing in something.
It wouldn't be
alive.
Okay, so let's have some fun. Let's end the show with some fun, guys. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start off with some facts. First fact: we ate this food last season.
Okay. I'm so nervous. My voice is cracking.
We ate this food last season, guys. Some consider it a delicacy, as you know. Maybe an appetizer. Even an aphrodisiac. Possibly. That's truth, though. That's some truth, okay? So think about what we eat last season. Those of you that are at home, you guys can think about it.
Please guess.
You guys can think about it.
Please help me out.
Some believes that eating this promotes healthy pregnancies. So those of you that are, pregnant, James,
Yes.
you guys can go out and get more of this, or now you know.
Okay.
Uh,
It's definitely penis, right?
that would be a good guess. But we didn't have that last season.
You didn't.
That is true.
Just kidding.
All right, so
silliness
this
again.
is forbidden in the Muslim religion, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Okay, nope. It's pork then.
So it's high in protein, iron, and calcium.
I don't know. Are we supposed to be guessing?
Last one.
Are we supposed to be guessing?
Yeah, I mean, you can.
Okay, yeah,
for sure.
it's some sort of pork.
What do you think? Well, last clue, some of the foods are really veiny.
Oh, God, dude.
What comes to mind?
A ball sack.
A ball sack?
Or like a ball or a testicle, right?
Why would you think that?
I
That's
thought we were
weird.
supposed to,
Why are
like,
you thinking
tone
about
it
ball
down.
sack?
They were toning it things
That's the
down
last
there.
thing I would think about.
Dude, is it balut?
Is it?
Balut.
Dude, I'm not eating that.
Dude, no.
I am not eating that.
You know what? It wasn't balut, but since you said it, then you know what? Cha-ching!
Dude,
Magic!
stop it. Oh.
Okay, so those of you that don't know, we started off last season with balut, a Filipino delicacy
Dude.
that in Hawaii, I grew up always hearing about it. Always hearing about it and going, ugh, I would never do that. But we will here.
No, we're not, dude.
So, Nicholas Suarez never got to try it.
Dude, no one's gonna.
I had the duck last
Yeah,
season.
we
You had the yolk.
We did the wheel, that's why.
Okay, so today we have 4 eggs here. Okay. Now let's tell everyone, Howie, congratulations, you were correct. Balut. Now, not only balut, 2 of these eggs are cooked with yolk, and it's gonna taste delicious. 2 of these eggs are balut. That is what is it? Fertilized or fermented? A fermented duck egg that is kind of full. Like, I mean, you see a beak, you see eyes, you see there's some feathers, and we're gonna have to eat it. So, in Philippines, this is what they do. Now, as you can see, this is what it looks like. This is a duck. For those of you that don't know, this is culture. In Philippines, they have like little trucks that go, and then everyone's like, "Oh, blood! Like I want to go eat one," and they go and buy it. And
Yeah, you can do that.
and we don't do that though here. So,
No.
winner, duck dinner, guys.
Josh is winner.
All right.
Dude.
So I'm gonna be the last to pick because I want to make it fair. Go ahead.
Why does
Grab
that one have a blue mark on it?
Because I was gonna mark it, and then I'm like, they all look the same. I don't have to mark it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, you marked it.
You know what? Actually,
Fuck.
looking at it, I know which one is balut. I know which one isn't. So I'm gonna let you give me one
Bro,
egg,
this is so messed up.
or I'll grab it.
No, I'll grab it.
Okay.
But I don't want to eat it. Dude.
Calm down. Wow.
This is so scary.
Okay.
Dude, I don't want to do this.
You want to give me one, or I'll grab
I'm
it.
afraid to move.
Just grab it.
Or was I guess the last one?
I get the last one.
Because she knows what it is, that's why.
Hey.
Okay.
Dude.
So we don't know what it is. As far as balut or boiled egg, we don't know. Okay. Now we're gonna crack it,
Dude,
and we have
that's
to
so
eat it.
fucked up.
Now,
Sorry.
whoever. Whoa.
Sorry.
No, hey,
Beep.
Yeah, beep. Yeah.
This is a delay in the beep, guys. So look, if you have balut, show the audience.
so heavy.
Dude,
Yeah, I know.
This thing is, it's in here.
Okay, this is
It's
what's
in
funny.
here.
This is what's funny. I know who has balut and who doesn't.
Dude, this is not cool.
There's 2 balut and 2 boiled eggs.
I probably have it. I know I do, dude.
So whoever, no, grab it. What are you doing?
Oh.
You already picked it. You have to.
The wifey over here grabbed one. She has to play along
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So let's grab a plate. Without further ado,
Dude.
Rita, Aloha. She says that it's an acquired taste. Oh, and Anti-Share misses you, Nick.
Miss you guys.
Cameron says making him hungry. Whatever. Okay, Cameron.
Get Cameron in.
Okay, I got one for you,
Cameron.
Cameron.
I'll save it for you.
one. Yeah, we'll
Jesus.
save one.
I'll let him have mine.
For Cameron.
Okay, so let's start with
Everybody.
let's start with
This is
me.
Everybody.
Let's start with me.
Dude, I'm shaking.
I'm shaking. I don't know. Do
Yeah,
I
you
have it or
do.
do I
You
not?
marked it.
I don't know. This I mean, it's
Dude.
blood, guys. It's an egg. Okay, so let's see if a duck pops. Surprise, surprise, no duck.
Dude,
Okay,
it's not
Nick.
even cool, dude.
Okay,
He doesn't
Nick,
have the
go ahead.
freaking duck. It's the same color egg, dude.
You guys
I
have to
might.
open it.
I might.
You guys have to open it from the top if it's bullet. You can't go like this or it'll go everywhere.
Go, go. Do you have it, Nick? I mean, James, do you have it?
Dude, I have it. I know I do.
Go,
No.
I
show,
can feel it.
show. You want to trade with Rosette?
Dude, I don't even know right
Do you want
now.
to trade?
I'm shaking.
Yes or no? Do you want to trade? You can do one trade.
Dude.
You could trade.
Stop. Screw it.
No? Okay, go.
No, dude.
Do you want to trade?
I don't know. Fuck it. Frick it.
Did you get it, James?
You do? Are you sure?
Positive.
Hey, James, I had the whole duck last time. Only the duck without the yolk. Babe,
Dude.
go ahead. Knock yourself out. Here.
I'll save it.
Okay, so show everyone, James, the lovely food you have there.
I'm not eating this shit.
You have
There's
James.
no way. I'm
James,
not.
you have James.
No.
What do you eat?
No.
You have to, James.
No. No.
James.
No. No.
What do you
Dude.
mean?
We have 9 minutes. You
I'm
guys have
shaking.
9 minutes.
I can't even open this.
Dude, you don't have it. You don't. You don't have it. You definitely don't have it. Look at your color of your egg
Take this.
and look at mine. The color of your egg.
Same.
It's not the same.
Switch with
Oh, this
him.
one doesn't even have markings.
No, it's not the same. Trust me.
Here. Go try it. Open it.
I know I have. I can tell. It's
Okay, well,
Well, you gotta eat.
eat up.
like, oh, wait.
Okay, so show the egg. Ooh, show
I
that.
think
Show
it's
that.
upside down.
Show that. Okay, this is balut, everyone. Those of you that don't know.
No. No.
Oh,
No.
shit, show that, show that.
No.
Oh shit. Come on.
Switch it right.
No. No.
Go in real close.
Oh!
Go in real close.
You want me to unravel it
No.
for you?
Dude.
No, I'm not eating it. There's no way.
Is it red?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Dude.
That's not cooked.
Yeah.
That wasn't like the one that we had last time. No way. No.
Oh,
No.
that's so cool.
100% no.
It's like,
Dude, that's crazy. No. You can't.
There's some yolk.
No.
That's nasty.
No.
Where's some rice? Get some rice, guys.
oh, it's cute.
No
Get some rice.
way. Josh, that's crazy. Dude.
Who has bread? Does anyone have some bread? Oh man.
Look, I respect the culture, but I can't do that, dude.
Dude, that's
I can't do it. Like,
party foul.
Oh man.
maybe if it was cooked a little bit more, that's wild. There's.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, guys.
I'll make
so,
it up on the next one.
So, Nick, volunteer.
Dude. Like, really?
See, even Rita thinks that's too much.
Put a little salt on it. Who said that?
Somebody-
That's right.
Someone
I
said
like
hot
that.
sauce.
Hot sauce. Yep.
Dude.
Okay, that's too much.
That's crazy.
Add lemon and salsa. Okay. Loco moco. That kind of looks like it. Okay, guys. So I didn't know I was supposed to boil it. Was I supposed to cook it?
Dude.
Okay. Well, my wife normally cooks the culture food, And today was my, I went and got it, and I just got it. I didn't know you had to cook it.
What about those ones?
These are boiled.
You boiled those?
I bought it boiled.
Is it balut though?
No.
It's just an egg?
It's a duck egg, but boiled. So, all right. Next week, guys. We'll see you next week, and we'll do balut, but we'll cook it this time, okay?
Wait. No,
it's my week to get the cultural food.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait till my week again. I'll wait till my week again because I messed up. I should have cooked it. Okay, so now everyone got to see it raw.
See?
You know what? We would have never saw a balut raw if this never happened. So you're welcome.
What did I say? It wouldn't even take one episode, and he already went back on what he said.
Oh, you know
Not
what?
even one
Okay.
episode.
I got you. Okay.
All right, guys.
Josh is nuts.
All right, guys. So on my week,
No.
I will bring it back and cook it.
Cameron, you better be here
Now
too.
we know. All right. Thank you guys for showing up. Looks like we didn't have a cultural food, but you guys got to see a raw balut. That's different. That's a little different. So we will be doing cultural food. We got some current events that we're going to come up with every week and some culture for you. So thank you for joining us. Share. Make sure everyone tell everyone about us.
Yeah.
Tell everyone about us, okay?
Crazy events.
And thanks for the comments and shares. And we will see you next week, Tuesday at 6:30. Thank you, and see you then.